In this experiment, we will use the Michelson interferometer for determining the wavelength of a HENE laser. This laser we will use. Different lasers we can use. So in this case, we have used the HENE laser. So the formula used will be finding the wavelength, that is 2 multiplied by D divided by M. So what is D, what is M, we will discuss later on. Now this is set up basically for the Michelson interferometer. So briefly you can say this is a helium neon laser. So please don't see it directly on the light, right? Directly you don't see, because I can be damaged also, right? So this is the fixed mirror. So these are the screws. These are very important screws, because these screws will be used for the purpose of adjustment. Now this is the movable mirror. I mean, this whole setup we can move. That's why it is called movable mirror. Now this screw is fixed screw. Now further, now this is the screen where the fringes will be seen. Now this is used for a spender. This is called beam expander. This was actually any laser. That is now, this is the coarse micrometer that is used for the purpose of setting only, nothing else. This fine micrometer will be used for the purpose of measurements. Further, now this is the beam splitter. This this is semi-silvered glass plate, where the beams will be splitted, right, to this movable mirror also and fixed mirror also. These two directions it can move. And this compensatory glass plate is there. Now this is simple glass plate, nothing else, right? That's why it's called compensatory, because a path through the glass can be compensated by using this glass plate. That's why it is called a compensatory glass plate. Now first of all, because we are using this setup, right? For this setup, the internal settings are there. That is given by given in the manual also. Right? These settings have been given in the manual only. I have not directly measured. In the manual, it is said that if you fine micrometer is moved by 25 ampere, if the fine micrometer is moved for 25 mm, then the actual movement of the mirror is only 1.25 mm. So you can say, we can calculate this multiple factor. You divide them, 1.25 mm divided by 25 mm. So that is the factor. So that this factor is very important factor that will be used for the purpose of measurements. In the manual also, they have given the value of least count directly by multiplying with the multifactors. Now for this fine micrometer we will be using for the purpose of measurements, right? If you see here, the least count can be measured. That is basically the minimum. This is the main scale. This is the main scale. This is the circle scale. So minimum measurement on the main scale is, this is, you can see, 0, this is 1, this is 0.5 mm, this line. So minimum measurement which we can measure is up to this distance, that is 0.5 mm. So number of divisions on the circle scale is 45, 50, you can say, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 and 50. So number of divisions on the scale are 50, circle scale. So least count will be here 0.01 mm. This is before using the multiple factor, which we have seen in the previous slides, right? So we have not multiplied yet. In the final calculations, I will use that multiple factor. So this setup has own this multiple factor. For different setups, it can be different also. Now this is basically the how we can do the experiment. What we have to do is now uh, this is basically Hyolian new laser, right? This is the beam spender. You slide the beam spender away, it can be slide. So you span this spender, you move it away, right? Why? Because this is in the path of this HN laser. It will be then the HN laser will be falling directly on the beam splitter, right? What you will see is four spots we will see here, right? Four spots. If you are not seeing these four spots, you can minor adjustment from here, this screw also, right? Minor adjustment can be then done. Don't touch it more, right? Otherwise setting becomes very difficult. So please use this only if required, this coarse micrometer. Otherwise no need to use it. So four spots you can see. Now what we will do is, now we will try to merge these four spots into two spots by using these screws behind the mirror. So these we will use, right? We will try to make these four spots to the two spots. Two spots we will make, right? So moment the two spots are we are getting, again we will slide this spender, right, in front of the HN laser. You can see here now. Now HN laser, this is the laser, right? You are spending this. This spender is brought in front of the laser. What you will see, because now we have made the two spots only, immediately you will see the fringes. So that was the purpose of this experiment, for getting the good fringes, bright fringes on the screen. Further, at this moment, when the no movement of the fringes is done, so the reading from this fine micrometer we will measure, right? That will be the initial reading. You can see here now. This is 1 mm, main scale reading is 1 mm, and this circle scale is 0. 0 is matching with this 0 line, right? So that's why 1 plus 0 multiplied by least count. So that is the way how to use the micrometer. So 1, whatever the reading is there here, it is 1 mm. If this is 0.5, it is between 0.5 and 1. So take 0.5 only. Here, because it is slightly greater than 1, so we are taking 1. Basically, you can say we have to see that reading on this main scale, whichever is complete. Here 1 is complete, coordinated. If only the line is the circle scale, this line is here, then the reading will be 0 here. But here it is 1 beyond 1, so 1 we will use, right? 0 is matching of circle scale, least count which we have made earlier. So the total value will be 1 mm. So this is the measured value, but actual value will be, this will be the multi-factor. So 1 multiplied by 0.05, so that is the value. 0.05 mm, that is the initial reading when the fringes, the moment of fringes has not been started. Now, the fine micrometer, we have, this is a final reading when the number of fringes moved by using the screws behind the fixed mirror. So if you move those, you can say that only fine micrometer has been moved in such a way so that 20 fringes has been, right, displaced. You can see the video what I want to say. Now I further repeat, moment you are getting the fringes, don't touch the coarse micrometer or the screw behind this fixed mirror. Don't touch those. So don't touch the screws or the coarse micrometer for making the fringes away. Fringes passing, you can say, right? When the fringes, number of fringes you are counting, right? Then the don't touch that for those this screws behind the mirror and this coarse micrometer. Don't touch them. That is a precaution here. Similarly, don't see the HE laser directly. You can see here now what is reading. This is one. This is one is complete. That's why one you can say. The circle scale is this 10 is matching. So 10 multiplied by least count. So reading is 1 multiplied plus 10 multiplied by 0.01. So that it means reading is 1.1 mm. So 1.1 multiplied by the multiplying factor which we have seen, we have not calculated, that is as per the manual. So 0.05, that is the final reading. How you can see how the fine micrometer is fine, will be moving in such a way that goes in this direction, right? Similarly, so we will try to move fringes, 20 fringes, as you can see in this way. Fringe will move in. You can see here now the fringe is going inside. 1, 2, 3. In this way, you count the number of fringes, right? Those will be 20. We will count, and accordingly, the reading we will measure on the fine micrometer only. Fine micrometer reading we are measuring only on the fine micrometer. So that we will use. Further, that is the calculation only. That was the niche reading. That was the niche reading. Before the we have not touched the fine micrometer, means fringes have not been passed away, right? Fringes are not going in, right? You can say when the final reading means after 20 fringes, that is the final reading. So final minus initial, same reading as I am using, which we have measured already. So to count this, to subtract them, right? That is the answer. 0.005 for the 20. The number of fringes shifted, 20 fringes we have shifted, so 20, right? So this one reading I have taken, and you can take 3-4 reading and then take the average also. Then the wavelength will be 2 multiplied by this fine reading minus initial reading. That is D, which we have used in the initial slide. Said that is D. So 2D divided by number of fringes, right? 2 multiplied by this one, 0.05 divided by 20. So answer is 0.01 divided by 20, right? So that is basically, if you divide them, answer is 500 nanometer. That is the value of wavelength of HE laser we have measured. But the actual value was 632 nanometer. So percentage error, made value minus that value divided by that value, modulus I am taking, right? So that if minus sign is there, it can be changed. Multiply by 100, 500 minus 632 divided by 632, multiply by 100. So error is 21%, 21% only, right? So whatever error is there in the experiment, if number of fringes are lesser, you are taken lesser, right? Then I have seen that then the error is lesser also, right? That I have seen. So to do in place of 20, you can perform the experiment for 10 also. It is up to you. You can perform the experiment for 30 fringes also, right? So in this way, we can measure the wavelength of a HE laser, right? So HE laser we have used accordingly. This wavelength can be measured by using the Michelson interferometer. Thank you.